here, which means summer is fast approaching and the hot, humid weather, at least where I live, is upon us. I've already started wearing big frizzy hair and I've given up on many days of even trying to straighten my hair or get it to smooth out in any way. So it is that time of the year and I have been enjoying some of my hot weather fragrances, and moving into the summer I'll be doing that more and more. So that's what I want to share with you today. As usual, I am not going to share these with you in any particular order, but I've got all the bases covered for spring, summer, leaning summer fragrances. Everything that I'm going to share is perfectly appropriate for hot weather, and there will be something in here for every occasion. So here we go. First up is Angel Iced Star, which is an eau de toilette concentration. It does not smell like the original Angel fragrance, which I don't own. I don't have a problem with it. I just don't have it. This one is a coconut, summer, fruity, strong, somewhat gourmand, sweet fragrance. The notes are pineapple, coconut, vanilla, patchouli, and praline. They're not broken down on Fragrantica by opening, mid, base, all that. It's kind of a strong, slightly gourmand, sweet summer perfume. It is really pretty. It's kind of casual. It's great for just about any occasion. It is strong, but it's not overpowering. You can get away with this. You can actually, this is great in hot weather. I've not yet worn this on like a hot, sticky, like August day where it's just like everything's sticking to you and it's hot and humid and like hard to breathe. I haven't tried it in that kind of heat, which we do get here later in the summer, but it's fantastic for a warm day, a sunny day. It's also great deep in the summer on a cool evening. So check it out, Angel Iced Star. Next is Versace Parfum Dylan Turquoise. This is a really pretty light summertime scent. The notes are lemon, mandarin, orange, pink pepper in the top, guava, freesia, cassis, jasmine in the mid, clearwood, musk, cedar in the base. And you might be thinking, if you've watched any of my videos before, that cassis is a tricky note for me. It sometimes turns into, it starts to smell like BO, and I really don't like that. I don't get that with this, at least in the times that I've worn it. This is a lightweight summertime fragrance. It's kind of simple, but it's that's the beauty of it. It's a pretty light, feminine, refreshing, a little bit sparkling, fun, affordable, and accessible fragrance. And it's not too serious, mostly daytime, but isn't going to give you a headache or choke you out in the heat. And so it's a good one. It's an eau de toilette concentration. And if you're looking for something that's just gonna be kind of an everyday, simple, light fragrance, look into this one. Next up is Beach Walk by Replica, and I love this one. This is a very popular, well-known fragrance, but let's look at the notes. In the top, it's bergamot, lemon, pink pepper. In the mid, it's ylang-ylang, coconut milk, heliotrope, and in the base, it's musk, benzoin, cedar. This is a coconutty, summertime, somewhat beachy fragrance. I brought this one out for this month because I recently took my kids to Florida. We have a little house down there and it's about 10 minutes from a couple of beaches. So we go down there as often as we can and we take the kids out to the beach and they have a fantastic time and they get to see their grandparents and all that good stuff. And we did that recently for the first time in a very long time. We just haven't been able to get down there, to break away and get down there. And we finally did, and I thought, you know what? That's one of the reasons I bought this fragrance. It's just a reminder. It kind of takes me to those days where we just spend the day at the beach with the kids. So we just check out and let the kids have a fantastic time. Now, it was hot when we were there, but the kids just loved it and can't wait to go back. So Beach Walk is a fun one. It will give you all the vibes that the name tells you. If you want something that's going to transport you a little bit over to a day at the beach, but low-key day at the beach, we're not talking like fancy schmancy resort. We're talking about just fun times and relaxing times. Beach walk is good. The next one is Tiffany and Love for Her. And this is a lightweight summertime fragrance. It goes with the trend. But the top is grapefruit and basil. The mid is neroli and the base is cedar, vetiver, and sequoia. So this is kind of a green fragrance. It's a very light fragrance. It's really pretty and more feminine than I would have thought. And it's got quite a bit of citrus. So overall, this is going to give you citrusy, fresh summertime vibes. This one is a green fragrance, but it is not overly green. I don't want to smell earthy. I don't want to smell like a salad or like herbs from a garden. I want to smell feminine and pretty and fresh and other things that I might be in the mood for in the summertime. And this is that with a green vibe, a green hint, kind of a green leaning feel, but not too much so. I also don't love overly citrusy fragrances. And this one is just the right amount. The citrus is there, but it is rooted, it is grounded. It doesn't smell like cleaning products. So if you're looking for something light, fun, fresh, citrusy, but you don't want to go toilet bowl cleaner, check out Tiffany and Love. Next up is Florist by Ellis Brooklyn. And the notes on this one are lily of the valley, pear, bergamot, lemon in the top, gardenia tuberose, jasmine sambac, honeysuckle in the mid, and ambroxan, Australian sandalwood, and Virginia cedar in the base. So this has a lot going on according to the notes. It is a very floral fragrance, as you can imagine, with a hint of, just a hint of sweet fruitiness grounded in kind of a woody base. And overall, it works. It lasts. It's a clean fragrance, at least according to Sephora's standards. And it's fun. It's a fun floral, not too much, not too heavy, but has some weight to it. This could be a summertime occasion where you want to be a little more dressed up. This can definitely be a casual daily fragrance, anytime, any place if you want. And it doesn't give me like super, super date night sexy vibes, but it gives me kind of like, I want to be a little more extra, stand out just a bit. This is like fancy brunch. This is daytime outing, but it's a little dressed up. It's also appropriate for work and other occasions where you want to smell really nice, but you don't want it to be overpowering. So check out Florist. Next up is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Sun. This is the only of the D&G light blue fragrances that I have. I do not have the original. I don't have any of the other flankers. This is the one I have, and it's the one that I like. The notes are coconut nectar, ozonic notes, lemon, and Granny Smith apple in the top. Mid is frangipani, jasmine, white rose, and then the base is bourbon, vanilla, white musk, cedar, and ambergris. I like this one for the lightweight coconut note. Again, coconut, summertime. It's got more than that going on, but it's the only one of this range that has kind of that coconut lean, and it is not heavy on the citrus. The other Dolce & Gabbana light blues are too citrusy for me. I know that people rave about them. People love them and they swear by them. And if you watch like any YouTube classic summertime top fragrances, you're probably going to see light blue come up. It's very well loved, but it's not my favorite. This is the one that I liked of that range, and that's why I have it. This is very much a dependable summertime, daytime, any occasion fragrance, and it can go all through the summer. Any kind of weather in the summertime, as hot as it gets, this isn't going to be too much. It lasts okay. It doesn't last a very long time, but it's not terrible either. And in the summer, sometimes like after you've been out in the sun, maybe you want to freshen up anyway, and maybe you'll reapply, or maybe you'll switch to something else and it will probably have faded by then. So I highly recommend, if you've overlooked this version of the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, to go check it out. Light Blue Sun. Next is Musk Eternal by Maison, and this is a lovely, lovely heavy musk fragrance. And I bought this one in Switzerland, which is where it's manufactured. So it was in part one of the fragrances on my wish list and in part a fantastic souvenir when I was traveling. So let me read you the notes. In the top, it's Bulgarian rose. In the mid, it's iris, hawthorn, Egyptian jasmine. And in the base, of course, white musk and tonka bean. So it is a slightly floral and heavy musk with a good dose of a bit of a powdery scent. It is so refreshing and fresh and a bit sexy at the same time. This to me is a fantastic summertime date night fragrance. Now, of course, it's great for the daytime too, but the depth of the base and a little bit of the kind of sexiness of this musk, how it's put together, to me, dress this up on a hot night, you've got daytime fragrance, as well as something that's easy to dress down or be more casual during the day. And I don't know if that's a popular opinion, but definitely that's what I'm getting. This is also like I'm just hanging out with myself kind of day, and I want to smell good. I want to smell clean. I want to, just enjoy a really pretty fragrance. So I would recommend checking out Musk Eternal. Next up is Jo Malone English Pear and Sweet Pea. This is the only Jo Malone fragrance that I have. And there are a few others that I like that I wouldn't mind having, but this is the only one I've gone so far as to purchase. And the notes are in the top, Williams Pear, in the mid, Sweet Pea, and in the base, Musk. So simple breakdown. Fruity floral, so pear and sweet pea, with musk. And that's basically what you get. It's very feminine. It's kind of light, but the sweetness gives it some oomph. Like, it gives it something that's more than just like a lightweight floral fragrance or a typical summertime fragrance. It's a pretty, slightly gourmand sweet, but it's not over the top. You're not going to feel like you're wearing a bottle of sugar. It's just really pretty. It's really pretty, and it's just enough for spring, summer. So this is like an anytime kind of fragrance for me, primarily daytime. I could see layering this for the evening, but mostly it's kind of an everyday, somewhat casual, but very pretty and lovely fragrance. Next up is Valaya by Parfums de Marly. And if you haven't heard of this one yet, where have you been hiding? Okay, so the top notes are aldehyde, white peach, bergamot, mandarin orange. Mid notes are orange blossom, Vitalia, lily of the valley vetiver, and nympheal, mahonia. Okay. Base is musk, ambroxan, akigala wood, and vanilla. This is a mostly clean, slightly sweet, fruity, musky, citrusy scent. It's like it wants to be a musky, clean fragrance, but something is weighing it down, and in a good way. I don't mean that that's a downside to it, but it's like a somewhat citrusy, light, kind of second skin, musky scent with something like heavy poured on top. And it's really great. It's great in the daytime. It's great in the evening. It's even great for layering. I don't really layer Parfums de Marly fragrances. I think that they kind of develop well enough on their own. But this one I could see mixing it up that way. And so I like it. Valaya, Parfums de Marly. Next up is Creed, Queen of Silk. This is the newest fragrance in my collection. Actually, there's one more that I bought at the same time as this, but that's an older fragrance. This is both new to my collection and new on the market. I did a separate, more thorough review on this one, so please check it out if you're curious. And let me read you the notes. In the top, it's saffron, osmanthus, magnolia. In the middle, it's tuberose, passion fruit, patchouli, and agarwood. And in the base, it's Madagascar, vanilla, ambroxan, myrrh, musk, incense, and cedarwood. And I'm not going to belabor this one because I did a separate review on it, but to me, this smells like purple silk in a bottle, which I know makes no sense. It's like when people describe wine and they talk about these things, it's like, how are you getting all that experience from the wine? I don't know. Somehow you do. It's feminine. It's soft and smooth, but it's also bold. It's beautiful. It's luxurious. It's just so well blended. It's like fine silk. It is a fantastic anytime, any place fragrance. Great in the warm months. It's mostly on my tray because it's new and I like to leave out the new things for a little while to just try them a bit. But I also really like it. I've mostly been wearing this to work, and that's just because since I've had it, I've had a lot of long work days, and so that's primarily what I've been up to during the day. But I'm looking forward to wearing this out, and I'm looking forward to wearing this at night. So primarily this month, this will be more of like a date night fragrance. I'm going to try dressing this up, but I've already been wearing this in the daytime to more casual things or work things, and it's great. I mean, absolutely great. It is so pricey. If you want to indulge in a little bit of luxury, if you want to just like romanticize a little something in your life, get yourself a fragrance that just feels like pampering in a bottle and enjoy it. And to me, Queen of Silk it's in that category. So highly recommend you check it out. Next up is Narciso Rodriguez Embre or Embre. And the notes on this one are frangipani, ylang ylang, white flowers on the top, musk, amber in the mid, and cashmere and vanilla and cedar in the base. This is a tropical Narciso Rodriguez. If you like Narciso Rodriguez musk and you want a tropical summer vacation version of it, this is it. It's really pretty. It's very tropical. It's long lasting. It's sweet, but not too much. It's all the things you like about Narciso Rodriguez if you're a Narciso Rodriguez fan, with a tropical layer on top. So I would highly recommend. Okay, that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed the video and you'd like to see more, please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment and a like, and be aware that the giveaway is still going. So here's how it works. If you are a subscriber and if you've left a comment, then you are automatically entered into the giveaway. And every time I reach 100 new subscribers on the way from 0 to 1,000, I'm giving away a whole bottle of fragrance. I do have some other content on this channel besides fragrances, and I will have a lot more of that in time. So if you're not a fragrance collector, but you like a little bit of what you see, please consider subscribing anyway, and stay tuned. As always, be blessed. See you next time.